How did you end up recording with Jean Franck?
I met also at the Paris Opera. So it was a chance that I play at the Paris Opera because one day we should play the octet, for string, quintet and clarinet, fagot and horn. And one of the musicians in the group, a violinist, told us, "Oh, do you want that I ask to Jean Franck to come to our rehearsal?" He was my teacher of chamber music in École Normale de Musique in Paris, and I know him, and maybe I am sure he will be happy to come. So he invited Jean Franck, and like that I met the great famous legend Jean Franck, who came at the rehearsal, and after the rehearsal we spoke, and I asked some question about the clarinet concerto that I practice, and he told me, "Oh, okay, now I have not many time, but next week come at home, and we will speak. Come with your clarinet." And so I come to his apartment in Paris there, and he was a very good pianist. So he was at the piano, and I play with him like that. So I begin to study with him his concerto. I played before. I studied with Jacques Lancelot when I was 16 years old, but with Jean Franck it was the first time. And maybe 1 year or 2 years after, disc company asked me to record it concerto. So okay, I have the chance to do some concerto with orchestra, and they asked me what I want to record it. Oh, I would like to do something like the French great concerto, and I proposed Debussy, Darius Milhaud, Jean Franck, and they told me okay. And the orchestra told me that maybe we cannot do the Rhapsody, Debussy Rhapsody and Milhaud concerto because the orchestra was not so big. So with only 45 or 50 musicians. And for Milhaud or Debussy, we need a great orchestra. So we need many musicians. And they called me and they told me, yes, Jean Franck is okay because it's string orchestra with fagot, horn, it's okay. But maybe change your program. But it was a very short time. And I knew Copland very well that I practiced a lot of time, and Nielsen concerto, who need a very small orchestra. So I proposed this. And I thought, oh, maybe I can call not Nielsen or not Copland because they were dead. But I called Jean Franck and I asked him if he will accept to come for the recording, to conduct the orchestra. And immediately he told me, oh, yes, with pleasure. I will come with pleasure. We did the disc on the weekend. Friday, we did Copland. Saturday we did Francais, and Sunday we did Nielsen. Rehearsal in the morning, recording 3 hours in the afternoon. It was very, very short time, very short. And Jean Franck conducted only his concerto, not Nielsen and Copland. It was another conductor. And I asked him, maybe I cannot pay him because maybe he asked a lot of money, and he asked me nothing. He came for the pleasure. He told me, no, it's my pleasure. I'm very happy to do this. He was 80 years old. It was for his birthday. So we did this disc, and he was very strict with the text. So, there was 50 mistakes in the edition Transatlantic, the old one. Now there was a new one that we did, also with mistake, not my fault, but the editor. And I told him at this time, Maestro, we should propose a new edition with a correct note. Okay, I will do, but he had no time. He forget, and it was very pleasant to play with him. He was very simple person, no complicated. He told me, when I composed this piece, my metronome was very bad, but I did not know. And one day I bought a Japanese electronic metronome, and I realized that my tempo in my concerto were too fast. Yes, it's true. So the tempi of the Jean Franck concerto are fast, but maybe not so fast. A little less. Clarinetists will be happy.
How did you end up at the Opéra Nacional de Paris?
40 years ago, in 1984, there was a competition for two places of clarinet. André Boutard and Guy Deplu retired, and they organized a competition. And I prepare a lot, because I dream of this orchestra. It was a teenager dream. And I got the job with Michel Arignon, who did not stay a long time. He stayed 3-4 years, I don't remember. And after I changed to be teacher, and we got the job, Michel and me. It was a big pleasure. I did not want to do in another orchestra. I was proposed to go in another orchestra in France, but no, I told them, no, I prefer to be here. I stay here. I discovered a new world. I did not know opera orchestra. I never played in opera orchestra, so it was a great discovery for me. And I love the singer. And I think we can imitate, we can be inspired by the great singer. You know, when I heard the first time, I remember Alfredo Kraus, the great tenor, or Placido Domingo, Luciano Pavarotti, many other. It was a dream. It was a dream because it's not necessary to explain or to speak. We hear all the rehearsal, all the show during 1 month. Every day you hear this great artist and you are inspired. And after you change your way to play and to blow through your piece of wood, you see? So you sing after. You sing through your clarinet and you forget your clarinet. So it was very important to me. I think I changed many ways to play. So I am my teacher first, but after, the other teacher was a great singer, men and women. Some great conductor also, some, not all, because there is not so many great conductors. Some are great, and but the singer, we have a lot of great singer, a lot. So I think it was a chance.
Which concert will you never forget?
Concert with Berlin Philharmonic. With Claudio Abbado, without rehearsal. It was not easy to play Beethoven Symphony with him. No rehearsal, only 15 minutes before the concert, every beginning of each movement. So it was very short and I was a little stressed. So I was invited because they need somebody for a tour in South America. During 3 weeks, we were in Brazil and Argentina. And the orchestra called me and they proposed me to play with him. And I told them, I know I play a French system, buffet clarinet. We invite French system now? They told me, yes, okay, we try. And after they invite me many times, I was not free all the time. But the last time was with Daniel Harding in Berlin Philharmonic Hall. It was great experience. I have great experience with Seiji Ozawa, who came many times at the Paris Opera. We love him a lot. With Pierre Boulez, with Philippe Jordan, with Myung-Whun Chung, with Georges Prêtre, with many, with Esa-Pekka Salonen, with Gustavo Dudamel, with Wolfgang Sawallisch, Lorin Maazel, Zubin Mehta, many great conductors, many. Fabio Luizzi, very good Italian conductor. And not so famous name, but who are great professional and great conductors sometimes. No, there is a lot. I have not one in particular. And also some chamber music concert also. I remember to have played with a great pianist, Paul Badura-Skoda, pianist, excellent musician. With Ruggiero Ricci, also a big violinist. And what else? Yes, Moscow Conservatory, Tchaikovsky Conservatory. Wonderful acoustic.
Can you share a funny anecdote with us?
Oh yes, also. I don't know if I can tell some. No, maybe. It's not easy to explain sometimes. I remember in the beginning, I was at the Paris Opera. We play an opera by Rossini, Le Siège de Corinthe. And I remember it was entr'acte, the pause during the concert. We have 30 minutes without nothing. And my colleague from the orchestra went out from the pit, and I stayed to try some read for the next act. And I was on the left of the conductor, a little far, near the public, in the pit. The public was just here, up of me, and I try 5 minutes, 10 minutes my clarinet, and I put my clarinet in the box, open like that, and I went out to drink some coffee. And 1 minute after I was out, technical guy from the orchestra, who put the stand, music stand, who was in the pit, called me. Hey, Philippe, come. What's the problem? And just at my place, just up of me, there was a woman who was there, who was sick and who was eaten probably too much, I don't know, but who has eaten something bad. And she vomit all, but not in another place. She vomit exactly at the place where I was 1 minute before. So I have the chance of my life. You imagine this? It was incredible story. Incredible. So maybe some little angel was up of me and he told me 1 minute before, okay, go out to drink a coffee. I don't know.
Can you talk to us about the Versailles Conservatoire?
I passed the competition in Versailles Conservatory almost 30 years ago. Next year, it will be 30 years that I was there. So everybody knows Versailles, the castle of Versailles, chateau. But the conservatoire also is has a nice story. It's an very old conservatory, one of the oldest in France. And I came there to pass the exam in 92. The class before me was excellent, because before me we have some excellent teachers like Henri Dionnet or André Boutard. So there is a tradition for the clarinet in Versailles too. So it's not the CNSM of Paris, who is the most famous, but Versailles also has a good reputation. So I have the chance to be there, and I go 2 days by week, and I have a complete class of 16 students from many different countries. Maybe 20-25% are from France, and the other one come from Asia, from Russia, from Mexico, from Peru, from state. So it's a chance for everybody, because we can hear influence of different countries. And I try to unify this, but not too much. I respect the tradition of every country, but for every student, it's interesting to know and to hear that in other countries, we have also very good clarinet players. In Korea, for example, a lot of very good. In Portugal, in Italy, in Spain, in France, in South America, a lot of very good players. So we are more rich when we receive influence from different countries. It's very interesting for me and very interesting for the student, I hope. And we were in front of the castle of Versailles. And we also, what is not, nobody knows, that we are in front of the place where Hyacinthe Clauzet, the famous Clauzet, lived. We have a street, and in front we have a building where Clauzet was lived, and he was also the chief conductor of the military band of Versailles. After he went to Paris, but he stayed a long time there. And he taught clarinet, and he taught also composition and orchestration. And for example, we have a composer, Augusta Holmes, composed a piece for clarinet in 1900, you see, for the Paris Conservatoire. And she was a student of Clauzet, not for clarinet, but for orchestration.
How do you see the future of the music world developing?
I am not a magician. Huh? I don't know. I hope, like everybody, that the future will be better for young generation. For my generation, I am sad, but my professional life was a lot before me. But for the young generation, I can understand that it's very, very sad situation. For me too, because I like to play, to teach, and I can teach. We play at the opera, but without public. We don't play a lot of chamber concert, sometimes, but without public. We make some video for the TV show, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And I know many musicians who don't play in orchestra full time, who have not teaching job, and they are free time, and it's very difficult for these people. We try to help them, to invite them sometime in the orchestra, but I have also a part of my family who is in this situation, and I know very near that it's not easy, very difficult. Not only in France, but everywhere. We have the chance in Paris to be paid from 1 year. Orchestra, we are paid, teaching, we are paid, but if I compare with my colleague and friend in New York Metropolitan Opera, or some American orchestra, or other country orchestra, it's very, very sad, very sad. England also is difficult. Germany, difficult. So we hope, we hope that it will be open soon. Maybe May or June, or we don't know. But what we are happy now. We are sad, but we are happy because we learned that our next musical director will be Gustavo Dudamel. So the opera and Gustavo have make a contract. We wait for the official government announce. They don't tell nothing for this moment, but we know that the contract was the next signature. So we wait for Gustavo. It's a big honor for us.
What do you appreciate in a performer?
Sincerity. I don't care about clarinet. Truly, I don't care. I think today there is not one way. Before too, not one way to play clarinet. There is not one truth. There is not one French school or one Spanish school. There are many different schools in one country because there is different personality. For example, if we see the historical things in France, because I know about France a little, in the clarinet history, at the same moment, today too, but many times I heard French school is like that. No, we have many French schools. You know, for example, Louis Cahuzac or Auguste Perrier or Ulysse de l'Écluse did not play the same way. They are French. Okay, they were French, but they did not play the same way. For example, Perrier or de l'Écluse use a very small and fast vibrato, and Cahuzac never. He has a round sound, and it was at the same moment. So, and I heard some Italian clarinetists also is the same. In Spain, probably the same. In many countries, in Germany too. So it's difficult to tell the school of this country is like that. It's like a sort of nationalism. Not a good idea to sing like that. I think we should be more open. And it's also the problem today with the fact that the French system musician cannot go to Germany or to Austria orchestra to pass with the French system to pass the exam. I think it's not normal because people from Germany or Austria can come here. They are invited, no problem. We are not closed. I think it's not a good idea to be too much nationalist. We should be open and we should accept first a great artist, not a great Italian, a great German, a great American. No, we don't care. We are musicians. We are in the same world. You can see today many orchestras are international. We spoke before about Berlin Philharmonic. Berlin Philharmonic, for me today, is not a German orchestra. They are German because they are paid by Germans. They live in Berlin. But all the nationality of this orchestra is fantastic, and I like this. I like because it's very open and we choose only great artists. In Paris Opera too, we have this. In many orchestra, we have now more open spirit. You see, so this is positive. And I think about the system, clarinet system. It should be the same. We should choose great artists, not people who play with German or with French. Because today, if we organize a concours anonyme without you don't know who play behind a wall, sometimes you don't know because the sonority are more international today. If some musician give me emotion, I think is the most important. But it's my point of view, huh? Only.
Do you have any advice for the Clarinetistas del Futuro?
It's not easy. You know, I know a little about the music life and the future. I don't know. I can compare the life of today and the life when I was teenager, when I begin music. For example, on my time when I begin music, we have only LP disc. We have some cassette. No, we have not many video. And we cannot see we can see some concert at the TV, so we can learn from great conductor or great orchestra. We can hear some recording, not so many. And it was not easy to know about music at the international point of view and to find music sometimes. Today is very easy. You have your computer, you put, and you receive music, new concerto from a bibliothèque from Berlin or from Moscow. Immediately you can receive music. You can hear a musician from everywhere. So it's good. There is too much information today. Yeah. There is too much things on YouTube. Good and not so good sometimes. And some students copy good and not good things. You see? So the future, yes, I think many people copy too much. They are not themselves. What I told before, it's a problem. I think the young artists should search their own way under the advice of their teacher, sure, who have the experience, who know. But after this, they should try to sing, to learn, and to be themselves. Music is beautiful occupation, beautiful. We have the chance to know music. It's a chance. We should not forget it's a chance. And we know now with this situation, it's a chance. So be passionate of your music life, but in your life only, because it's short and it's like a train, fast train, the life. So have fun.